Alejandro, thank you for joining me. You're now halfway through the season at Chelsea. How have you found it so far and life in London?
Yeah, really good. I'm really happy to be here, to be part of this club. I think the welcome was good from the teammates, from the staff and everyone. So yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Was there anything difficult about the move? I know it was different from going from Manchester to London, but was there anything difficult that you didn't expect?
Not really, but it's always hard when you have to move. For example, from my first move from Spain to Manchester, and now from Manchester to here, it's always hard, But it's not too much different because it's still the same country, the same league. It's just the city, the teammates and the team, But yeah, it's hard when you have to start your life again.
And how demanding would you say it is for a player to adapt to a new system, a new team, and being in a new environment? Does it feel like almost starting a new school?
Yes, but it's football, You have to be ready for everything, for every type of tactics or every type of teammate. So you have to be ready because the football is like this, can change in one moment. So yeah, it's sometimes hard, but you have to deal with that.
Do you think that's an area of the game that some fans underestimate? Going into a new system, like having to acclimatize to a new team, and being around new people. Sometimes you see when new signings are made with for a lot of money or whatever the cost is, they might say you have to hit the ground running. Do you think that it's not as easy as that?
Yeah, it's not easy, but always the fans they're gonna ask for more and for more. But it's normal because you're playing for Chelsea, it's a big club, so the fans they always want us to win games, but we always try our best. But sometimes we can do it, sometimes not, but we always try our best.
Yeah, and when you joined, those two new wingers joined as well with Esteval and Gittins. But I've seen the relationship between you guys is really positive. It seems like you guys are backing each other a lot. Is it interesting almost being in competition with those type of players, but also wanting to make each other feel comfortable in a new environment too?
Yeah, so they are competition, but we are all teammates, Sometimes you have to play, sometimes the others they have to play, and if they score or they do something well, we are happy also, We are all a team, and yeah, it's part of football also. You have to fight for your spot, but it's I think we are all good teammates, and it's a healthy competition.
I love that. And who would you say made you feel the most comfortable in the squad, that made you feel more settled at Chelsea?
Uh, I think Enzo Fernandez, I spoke a lot with him before I came because I know him from the national team, and he's helping me a lot. He texts me every day, how are you, how you feel. So yeah, it's really important for me to have people like this, and yeah, it's helping me a lot.
You joined when Enzo Maresca was the manager. He's obviously no longer at the club. How did you react to that news?
Yeah, it's always sad when a manager goes, But yeah, it's a really good guy. I learn a lot from him, but I signed for Chelsea, so we have to keep working, keep moving, and be ready for what is coming.
How was the last 7 days as a squad? I can imagine it must have been very difficult having Man City after the news as well. But how do you feel like the squad reacted to that?
Yeah, I think that we start well the season, but the last few weeks were a little bit more difficult because of the results and everything. But I said before, our main goal is to try to keep winning games, and now a new manager is gonna come, but we are still the same team, So we have to be ready for Wednesday, and that's our job.
When you see a new manager coming in, is that new motivation, another opportunity to almost prove yourself?
Yeah, you're always gonna try to prove yourself, to show him, but I said before, it's exactly the same. It's just a new guy, maybe came with new ideas or new things, but you're always gonna have to show something to play, and that's why we are here.
And from the outside looking in, it seems like the group are very close, very settled. Everyone's backing each other. Like I said earlier, has that been key to this period being more comfortable than it could have been?
Yeah, yeah, it's key because we are also a really young team. Obviously, we have 3, 4, 5 players that they are like captains and more experienced, but the rest we are really young, and I think we help each other, and this is good for a good environment in the dressing room also. And now we have to, as I said before, we have to keep focus on the season and try to do our best.
And would you say that that is the outcome that we saw at City? You know, even though when you went a goal down, you were able to keep on pushing. New manager, the manager that came in on an interim basis to lead the squad, and you were able to get a result. Was that the epitome of what you say the squad is right now?
Of course, because then, yeah, a new manager is coming. For example, we had the under 21s manager on was yesterday,
Sunday, yeah.
and but yeah, then on the pitch we are the same players, you know. So I think with the mentality we have and the character, we are the same, exactly the same squad. So that's why we we get a point, for example, yesterday, and we're gonna keep fighting.